What's good, everybody? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. And shout out to all the brothers out there. You know we're gonna get into it. And before I get started, right, this whole idea of simping is pretty much attributed to the male species, and obviously my content is for black men. So we typically, when we say a simp, it's a masculine term. But in this video, I intend to prove that simping is not just a masculine trait. Simping is a female trait. And in the case of this story, it is exactly that, and you guys will be astonished, so make sure you stay to the end. But first of all, let me talk about our test subject today, the Brat, right? And the Brat is, you know, I would say one of the better female rappers of this era, this generation rather, in the 90s especially. I mean, she's way more talented than, you know, the Nicki Minaj's, the Cardi B's. I mean, before those people, the Brat came in an era that was very competitive. You know, in the 90s, you had Notorious Big, Tupac, an emerging Jay-Z, Snoop, you know, Ice Cube, you know, people like that, Rakim. I mean, you had really talented hip hop artists, and the Brat was right there, up there in the same conversations as a female. And she was produced by Jermaine Dupri, you know what I mean? And the Brat came out of the Chicago area, and her album Functified, man. Listen, I was 13 when it came out. It went platinum, and it was hard for females back in those days to go platinum, but she was able to do it, right? And so the Brat became a legend. Now, obviously, there was some speculation about her sexuality even back then, and she would switch it up. She would come just as a female, and the Brat is fine. You know, she's older now, but in those days, the Brat is fine. There was, you know, a few allegations that she was dating Allen Iverson. They would be seen together and stuff like that, but nobody could really say anything. But people kind of assumed that at the very least, she probably was bisexual, all right? So the Brat kind of falls off, and we're gonna go and fast forward to the next person, which is a young lady by the name of Jessica Dupart, all right? Now, Jessica Dupart is somebody by the name of, you know, BB Judy. She's a millionaire. And this is confirmed to be the Brat's girlfriend. This is confirmed. They're in a relationship. And, you know, she's a very successful businesswoman. Now, here's the situation. She has been married, all right? So they're in a lesbian relationship, and she just was with the dude last year. You know what I'm saying? She's from the New Orleans area, I believe. You know, she got like, you know, a lot of followers, and she's filthy rich. I think she's like a makeup artist or something like that, but she is balling. But her and the Brat have been real cool for a long time. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty of this situation. A few days ago or last week, Jessica Dupart, again, remember, she has 3 kids, was just in a relationship with a man like this time last year. She stunned the whole hip hop world by purchasing the Brat a Bentley, okay? Now, anybody knows that a Bentley is not a cheap automobile, okay? It's expensive. A new Bentley, you're talking about at least $200,000. She bought this for the Brat, and I kind of want to look at the reaction that the Brat had and what's going on. So we're gonna play these videos here, and I want you brothers to see this, and I'm gonna give you the commenting on the simp. Let's go.
Is it working now? Is it working now?
What is that? No. No, oh my God, no. What? No. You're not running. I'm not letting you run. Go ahead. No. I'm no. No. You don't get to run. No. Why did you pull on that? It's short. No.
I can't breathe. Oh my God. Get the out of here.
That's right, Elena. No
Yeah. I'm looking real ugly and no. Stop it.
All right, you see what happened. You see Brat crying. Oh my God, I can't believe this. All right, and Jessica Dupart, I mean, if you look at her, she's 5'3", 180 pounds. Let's call it what it is, obese. And I got a theory about how this even happened, right? Brat is 45. Let's be honest, okay? Let's just have a conversation. Would a guy spend money and buy Brat, 45-year-old Brat, a Bentley? Anybody in the industry? Let's play some Jeopardy music while you think about that. Let's go. All right, now that you thought about that, the answer is what? No! All right? And I kind of want to talk about what's going on here in this relationship. And this is kind of what I see in some of the same-sex couple relationships, especially when it's women. I think the young lady, BB Judy, she's had her heart broken by men, all right? She was pregnant at least by 3 times by the time she was 18 years old. So it's obvious that she's not fully lesbian. But what's happened is she has also hit the wall, very much so. I mean, if you look at her and you can tell, she's hit the wall. Brat has definitely hit the wall, all right? And what I see a lot of times when you see these kind of same-sex relationships is women, when they get involved in them, they pay a higher price than what a guy would pay for that same female, right? And we talk about simping, like a lot of times in the same-sex couple relationships when they're women, I have noticed that women, in especially the one that's, you know, that has the more of a masculine, you know, the one that is probably pretending to be the man in the relationship, they are way more head over heels in love with the female than the man is. They spend way more money. They care way too much. I mean, if you've ever seen it, if you've ever been in a place where, you know, you see a couple and the lady who's supposed to be the femme, and I guess in this situation, Brat is the kind of the man in the relationship, and the other lady is the feminine one. They will be out, you know, if you see the feminine one and the masculine one, the masculine one in the relationship will be very aggressive. You know, if you walk by, she will kind of hold her hand, like she's very, very kind of afraid of losing her, right? But in this case, when you have somebody like Brat or the other lady, neither one of these chicks, nobody is checking for, all right? And what happens is that these chicks want to be together so bad with somebody, so she buys her this car for the fact that, in my opinion, no dude is checking for either one of them, all right? You know what I'm saying? And basically, you paid a higher price for something that probably nobody else would pay for. Probably no other woman would do that. You know what I mean? Brat knows that if she's dating black men in the black community, it's not happening. Jessica knows that right away. And when it comes to, you know, compensating for somebody to love you and be with you, I mean, the fact that you had to buy her a Bentley, I mean, it's obvious that she has more money than Brat. Brat don't have no money. Brat's broke. Again, Brat is playing the Pookie and the Ray Ray in the relationship. Brat ain't got no money. And the thing about this is, this lady has 3 kids. You buy Brat, I mean, you was married, so this your new girlfriend. Even if you're rich, you spend $218,000 on a Bentley for somebody broke, just cashing out. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's a brother that do that, he got a new girlfriend, he got 3 kids, he buy a chick a Bentley. Oh, what about your kids? But see, that ain't the case, right? And I'm just telling you that overpaying for the you know what, men don't do that. It's people, once they hit the wall, like you're seeing right now, that's what Brat is being recipient of. That's why she's crying, because she know nobody else is gonna do that for her. Not at almost 50, but that's what happened. Simps pay for things that should be free. Okay, simps overpay. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows, like, you wouldn't even get her a Nissan Altima, bro. Like, come on now. Honestly, could you see somebody in the NBA, James Harden, LeBron, Steph Curry, could you see them buying somebody like Brat a Bentley? She don't even deserve that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, but this is what happens when you are a simp, and this happens in also female relationships where, you know, you're trying to buy somebody, and that's all she's doing. You know, you hit the wall, you got some money, you don't have nothing else to do. But anyways, what do you guys think? Let me know what's up, man. It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Subscribe, hit the bell, and as you know, the buffoonery remains at the all-time high. Make sure you check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts, and we are out of here. Peace.